I do love a rolled hem for so many different reasons, whether it's home dec, finishing off the edge of a hem of a dress or a scarf or of some real pretty fabric that you have found. We have actually just finished the video of going from a 4-thread to a 3-thread. So we have removed the left needle. So the small screwdriver is stored right on the inside of your front door here. And your left needle has a L next to the screw. Go ahead and loosen that and let the needle fall out, catch it, and then tighten up that screw. Once you have clipped that thread, remove the spool from the machine. Don't let it sit here and dangle. It does find its friends and go back in, and we do not want that. So right now, it is set up for a beautiful 3-thread overlock, which is half of the stitch that we're doing. I like to do this in sections, so I'm going to actually, every time I change something, I'm going to stitch it and show you what it looks like. Now, a rolled hem, when you open this door, you will find there is a stitch finger, and it will actually come out. It's this part right here, sitting and sticking in. Right now, when it's in the machine, your stitches are forming over that stitch finger. When we take it out, so what you're going to do is just take out the stitch finger, you're going to get a hold of it and pull it out. Now the first time you do this, it's going to look kind of at an odd piece. So what I would recommend that you do is right after you take it out, that you go back and put it back in to where it came out. So there's a place right inside that you can kind of go out and in, because once it kind of sits on a table and you're like, how does that go back in again? If you have an idea, you can get it realigned pretty quick and insert it back in there. Another note, if you're going to set up for a rolled hem, you're probably going to do the project and then you're going to be done. Is if you put a little sticky note here to say put stitch finger back in machine, maybe attach this to it so you remember. What happens is people do a rolled hem and then go back to a 4-thread overlock, and it doesn't look great because there's nothing to support the stitches. They're just kind of rolling and falling off. So I'm going to take that out, set it aside, slide this all the way back in, and I'm not going to change anything else just yet because this 3-thread without that stitch finger is half the size. It's just a little guy. It's so cute. It's very delicate, so it's easy to use. But to really get the right look of a rolled hem, what we need to do is tighten the lower looper. So what are we talking about? We want the lower, so here's the upper looper, here's the lower looper. We want it to tighten and pull the upper looper thread all the way around the edge of the fabric. So the only color you'll see around the fabric is your upper looper thread. So in this case, it's my red, or today, my pink, that is going to be showed. So to tighten, I'm talking about going up, let's start with 3 numbers. So go from 4, 5, 6 to 7. So now that's tighter. So let's just go ahead and do a quick little stitch here. Now we're talking. This is a very quick way to really get a beautiful look, like say on a scarf. You also saw how fast it's stitched, so that's a difference there. You will also next change the stitch length. Now over here, do you notice it goes down to 1 and then it goes to R? So that is the rolled hem setting, R for rolled hem. It shortens the stitch length, so now it actually looks like a satin stitch. So it's going to take a little longer. You can go even shorter yet. Now when you take a look at it, look at that pink thread rolling all the way around to the back side. So gorgeous. Now this is where sometimes people like to do some decorative threads, like the woolly nylon, and then it kind of helps fill in the edges a little bit more solid looking, and it creates a beautiful edge. If you are doing something with the thicker threads, you're probably going to need to tighten this more and also loosen where this thread is going through. Remember, it's always in the upper looper because that's the one that's going to show. So give it a little breathing room, and then you might need to tighten this up a little bit more, loosen this a little bit more. So you can use all different threads for a rolled hem, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Probably of the 3 stitches I use the most on a serger, we go from 4-thread, 3-thread overlock narrow to a rolled hem. So this is so easy to adjust for, stitch, and then go back to 4-thread overlock in no time flat. I will tell you, if you have an edge that's not looking ideal, What you will probably need to do is adjust the cutting width to be a little further away from the needle so there's more fabric for it to kind of grip upon. If it's really lightweight fabric, that rolled hem can actually pull away from the edge if there's not a lot of fabric it's catching. So give it a little bit more fabric to kind of grab a hold of, and that will make a difference for perfect rolled hems every single time. Here's the playlist link below where you can check out all the videos on this Husqvarna Viking Amber S100. Check out our website, sewingmastery.com, for other machines like this one that we have filmed.